Adam. Adam was the first human being and the first prophet in Islam. Allah created him from clay and breathed into him a soul, making him the beginning of all humanity. He was taught the names of all things, showing the special knowledge Allah gave him. Adam and his wife Hawa lived in paradise before they were tempted by Shaitan and ate from the forbidden tree. After sincerely repenting, Allah forgave them and sent them to earth, where Adam began guiding his descendants to worship Allah alone. His story teaches that every person can seek forgiveness and return to Allah after making mistakes.
Idris. Idris was one of the earliest prophets after Adam. The Quran describes him as truthful and a prophet of great honor. Islamic tradition remembers him as a man devoted to knowledge, wisdom, and worship. He spent much of his life calling people to righteousness and reminding them to obey Allah. Idris is also known for his patience and strong faith, and the Quran mentions that Allah raised him to a high station, making him one of the most honored prophets.
Nuh was sent to a people who had fallen into idol worship for many generations. He spent centuries calling them back to the worship of Allah with kindness, patience, and determination. Only a small group accepted his message, while most rejected and mocked him. When they refused to repent, Allah commanded Nuh to build a great ark. A massive flood covered the land, saving the believers while the disbelievers perished. Nuh's story is one of the clearest examples of perseverance in the face of rejection.
Hud was sent to the powerful people of Ad, who were known for their strength and impressive buildings. They became arrogant and believed no one could overcome them. Hud warned them that true power belongs only to Allah and urged them to abandon idol worship. They ignored his message and continued in their pride. In the end, Allah sent a fierce wind that destroyed their civilization, while Hud and the believers were saved.
Salih was sent to the people of Thamud, who carved magnificent homes into mountains. They demanded a miracle, so Allah caused a miraculous she-camel to appear as a sign. Salih instructed them to leave the animal unharmed, but some of them killed it out of defiance. After ignoring repeated warnings, the people were destroyed by a mighty blast from Allah, while Salih and those who believed escaped safely. His story reminds people that miracles alone do not change hearts unwilling to believe. Ibrahim is known as one of the greatest prophets and is called the close friend of Allah. He challenged the worship of idols from a young age and remained faithful despite facing severe trials. He was thrown into a fire by his people, but Allah made the fire cool and safe for him. Ibrahim later built the Kaaba with his son Ismail as a place dedicated to the worship of Allah alone. His complete trust in Allah made him an example for all later generations.
Lut was sent to the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, where people openly practiced grave sins and rejected moral guidance. He called them to purity and obedience to Allah, but they refused to change. When the people continued in their corruption, Allah commanded Lut and the believers to leave before punishment arrived. The cities were destroyed, while Lut and the faithful were rescued. His story emphasizes the importance of remaining firm in faith, even when surrounded by wrongdoing. Ismail was the eldest son of Ibrahim and is remembered for his obedience and patience. When Ibrahim saw in a dream that he must sacrifice his son, Ismail willingly accepted Allah's command. Before the sacrifice could take place, Allah replaced him with a ram, making it a test of faith rather than a loss. Ismail later helped his father rebuild the Kaaba in Mecca. Muslims remember his example every year during Eid al-Adha.
Ishaq was another son of Ibrahim, born as a blessing when his parents were already old. His birth was announced by angels, showing that nothing is impossible for Allah. Ishaq continued his father's mission by teaching belief in one God. He became the father of Yaqub, and through his descendants, many later prophets were sent. His life represents the continuation of a family chosen to spread divine guidance.
Yaqub. Yaqub, also known as Israel, was the son of Ishaq and the father of 12 sons who became the tribes of the children of Israel. He was known for his wisdom, patience, and deep trust in Allah. After losing his beloved son Yusuf for many years, he never gave up hope in Allah's mercy. Eventually, his family was reunited in Egypt. Yaqub's story is a powerful example of faith during times of sorrow. Yusuf. Yusuf was blessed with remarkable beauty, wisdom, and the ability to interpret dreams. His brothers became jealous and threw him into a well before selling him into slavery. Despite facing betrayal, false accusations, and imprisonment, Yusuf remained faithful to Allah. He was eventually freed and became a trusted leader in Egypt, using his knowledge to prepare the country for famine. His story is one of forgiveness, patience, and trust in Allah's plan. Shu'ayb. Shu'ayb was sent to the people of Madian, who were known for cheating in trade and acting dishonestly in business. He urged them to give full measure, deal fairly, and worship Allah alone. Instead of listening, they mocked his message. When they refused to repent, Allah sent a devastating punishment upon them, while Shu'ayb and the believers were saved. His message focused strongly on justice and honesty in everyday life.